The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. You could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
On this podcast, we review reviews. We make some jokes. We have a good time. We go to Amazon. We go to Google Reviews. We go to Yelp. We say, hey, is this funny? Not really. Let's spice it up a bit. You know, Amazon came to us and said, our reviews aren't funny enough. Can you guys, fix that for us? We said, absolutely.
We said, we'll add some flavor, we'll add some spice, we'll emerald it. Bam.
Bam! Ooh, you owe me a soda. Let's just get rolling today. I think I got a little review to start us out.
Okay.
A little unorthodox, perhaps, but docs all the same. This review was submitted by Elijah Majnik. Thank you very much, Elijah, friend of the podcast. This is a customer review from Amazon for the album Double Wide by Uncle Kracker. Yes, the very same album as the Swim Through the Veins, like a fish in the sea.
Yeah.
Yep. Bringing back horrible memories to you and everyone else.
Yeah.
This is written by Phil. Phil titles his review, Pop? It's Not. This review, by the way, was written January 18th, 2002.
Nice.
To provide some context. Very nice. Phil writes, why is every teeny bopper trashing this album? It's because the radio only plays what they want you to hear, along with MTV. And for those teeny boppers, this is, sadly, the only song they would be interested in listening to. Follow Me is one of the worst songs on the CD. Thank God I listened to the entire album from a friend's collection, or I would have missed out on owning a great CD. So if you want to hear awesome music that blends rap, rock, and country, yes, that's right, country. Buy the CD for songs like Aces and Eights, Heaven, Feet Kid Rock, and Steaks and Shrimp. Not for that teeny booping song, Follow Me. Otherwise, you will be just as bad as they are. 4 stars.
I've just looked this up, and our boy reviewing this failed to mention the classics, Who's Your Uncle, and What You Looking At?
Those gotta be good.
Those gotta be good.
Those gotta be good ones. Those gotta be instant classic. Who's Your Uncle? That sounds like a... like those jokes that don't really have setups. The punchline is sort of like a joke in itself. Like when when a scene cuts in and it's like they're already telling the joke and the character will just go, wrecked him, I damn near killed him, and then everyone laughs and then the scene starts. That's sort of what Who's Your Uncle? That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, I like Steaks and Shrimp. I like Heaven.
It sounds like everything on the menu that I would want to order.
I accept the music.
Yeah. The only other song that I actually knew by Uncle Kracker was Drift Away, which was a cover.
And drift away.
Yeah. He got old gray-haired Dobie Gray to sing with him, and then Uncle Cracker's just like, get back, I'm gonna take the lead on this, Dobie.
Yeah. Me, Uncle Kracker, world-renowned vocalist, is gonna take this chorus to the next level with a little, give me the 3 bars and free my soul. I wanna get lost in the rock and roll and drift away.
And we all want to get lost from Guest on Uncle Kracker. Is that why he's asking, like, that's the Uncle Kracker song, Who's Your Uncle? It's like, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? This is Uncle Kracker's version.
Will the real Kracker please stand up?
I feel gross. Eminem, I regretfully don't know too much. I never saw 8 Mile. I don't know my Eminem history. Did he live in a trailer at one point?
Absolutely.
I feel like he probably did. So Uncle Kracker, these guys both started out living in trailers, I feel. And they're
Eminem just happened. His trailer park was in 8 Mile, Detroit. Uncle Cracker's was
that's like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, outside Cracker Barrel, Detroit. You know his other CD's called "No Stranger to Shame." That's what. Yeah, he.
That's not news to me, Uncle Kracker.
Oh boy, you think Uncle Kracker's sad because Lil Nas X totally did Rap Meets Country way better than he did?
I don't know if he's even found out.
Yeah, I imagine Uncle Kracker lives under a very large rock somewhere. You think his friends call him Uncle Kracker?
I think he insists that they do. Like, they just call him Cracker. And
just Cracker.
Like those professors who would insist that you call them Dr. Clausen or something like that. Like, I have a PhD.
His A&Rs have to call him Mr. Cracker. I think we squeezed all the juice we could out of this Cracker fellow.
Yeah. That's got me feeling weird, so I'm
Wait. Before we move on, here's another quick review that I can't help. This is by BJ. They title the review "Cracker Time." They say a good CD all around. Intro. So they got a track by track review.
Oh.
Intro: Cracker getting on a train, ready to go to the real world. Track 2: Better Days. Very good rhyme. Apparently there's one rhyme in there that's great. Track 3: What You Looking At. Another hit. Track 4: Follow Me. First single, my favorite. Oh, so Phil would not agree with this BJ fellow.
Teeny bopper.
Yeah, total teeny bopper here. Heaven, Feet, Kid Rock, and Paradigm. Oh, but they have nothing to say about Steaks and Shrimp or Who's Your Uncle.
Aww.
So really at a pose with our reviewer. Whiskey and Water, a good old tune. Yeah. Second single. Aces and Eights, nothing to say about that one either. And 11, You Can Take Me, good song to end the album, 4 stars. Continue the podcast.
Alrighty.
Give me a review.
I got a nice disgusting one for us. This is a Google review for Sushi Ya in Grand River, Michigan. Ray Terwilliger. Yeah, just I'll just read. Terwilliger. Ray Terwilliger writes, "My hot wife and I rode our bikes on the MSU bike trail this past Saturday. We ride aggressively, and as per the norm, I could barely keep up with her. LOL. Anyway, we were out of water and went inside, and the waitress Randy was so kind to fill our water bottle with ice-cold water. Considering Randy was so kind and accommodating, we decided to order some sushi. We had the outside seating all to ourselves on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Randy was kind enough to bring the sushi burritos out to table with extra condiments as requested. Due to the COVID situation, there was not a dine-in option. The burritos were filled with sushi, and very tasty. We'll be back for sure. 5 stars.
Man. Sometimes you just gotta brag about your hot wife.
Hot wife is spelled... There's no space. It's just one word, hot wife.
A hot wife. Oh, so he's not really bragging. He just, he doesn't have a wife. He has a hot wife.
Yes. And I looked at his other reviews. He's bragging in those ones too.
Does he stay consistent with the one word thing?
Let me see.
If yes, this guy's awesome.
But all I have to do is do a quick query for a hot wife, and I'll find our man. So let me see. There's Ray talking about his tint on his windows. Here's Ray talking about his beautiful wife.
Beautiful wife.
Beautiful wife ready for an upgrade from her Buick Enclave.
Hey, what's wrong with the Buick Enclave?
Nothing. I don't know. Let's see.
I want. if my beautiful wife was in a Buick Enclave, I would be pretty excited.
He says my wife lots of places.
Oh, so he's really into the Borat movie.
Maybe.
My wife.
My wife and I stopped in for breakfast on Saturday morning.
My wife and I stopped in for breakfast.
The Common Grill came highly recommended from a doctor my wife works for.
What?
My wife and I stopped in. My wife and I drove.
My wife.
He's obsessed with his wife.
Hey, as any good man should be.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Back to the review.
We'll hop back to the review. So you're disgusted by this. You're disgusted by Randy and his hot wife.
Ray,
Randy, Chuck, whatever.
Yeah, any man name.
Any man name.
I guess.
Listen, we got hot wife and man name.
I was slightly put off by him saying hot wife. Like, I assume loves her and respects her, but
I don't think he respects her very much.
Yeah, he's saying he can barely keep up with her, and I feel like he's got a thing for Randy, the waitress.
Oh, that's right. Randy was the waitress.
Randy with an I, so we're clear.
Oh, Randy.
But honestly, the thing that's most disgusting is that they're on a bike ride, stop to get water, and then they're like, you know what? Let's just have sushi burritos too.
Let's mainline some sopping white rice and soy sauce.
Raw fish.
On fish and
bike
wasabi.
ride.
You know what? I don't disagree with you, but I bet popping a little raw fish in your mouth during a bike ride is probably a great protein spike.
I suppose.
But an entire sushi burrito, I think I might draw the line.
Yeah, and you're not going to put that in your drawstring bag as you pedal home.
I've never seen a sushi burrito that looks, how do I put it?
Not like something like defecating sushi.
It doesn't look extreme. It doesn't look a little absurd, right? That's an Instagram food. That's not a regular food.
Right, it's not like a corn on the cob.
Yeah, speaking of sushi, I don't have a segue for this, but the place is called Sushi-ya. Here's a little joke. Do you know they stole that from Andre 3000, when he was workshopping Hey Ya. It was originally Sushi-ya.
Lend me some sushi. I am your neighbor.
I can't. Oh man, I want to do another one, but that's too funny. Lend me some. I can't even. I'm laughing so much at that. Hey Ya is maybe my favorite song ever. Definitely top 5, and I can't think of any of the lyrics because "Lend me your sushi, I am your neighbor" is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Give me some Kiko, 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 Kiko.
Let's see, Hey Ya
Give me some
lyrics.
Kiko, man.
All you need for comedy is a little Hey Ya lyrics and a little some sushi jokes. Wait for it.
Waiting.
Okay, now, ladies, yeah? We're going to roll this thing down for just a few seconds. Sushi Hey Ya! Now I want to see y'all on your most wasabiest behavior.
Wasabi is spicy.
Hey, what's rawer than being sushi?
Oh, I never want to be asked that.
Live fish!
Oh.
I can't hear you. I say, what's rawer than being sushi?
Live fish.
All right. Oh, man. We thought Ray would be funny. Ray's nothing but a hot wife. He's a little pygmy zit hanging off of his hot wife. Meanwhile, Hey Ya sushi jokes. 1, 2, 3. My sushi don't mess around.
We are in quicksand right now.
Now all my Beyoncés and tunas and baby salmon get on the cutting floor. Oh boy! Oh, get me out of here! Or I'll never leave. It's my turn, isn't it?
I mean, I can go.
No, I'll go. I need to do this myself.
Okay.
Only I have the strength.
It's the only way I'll grow.
Right. This is a review. We'll keep it restaurant style. This is a review from Yelp for Hamburger Mary's in Chicago, Illinois.
I've heard of that, I think.
I've been there. It's a great estab. Oh, this is...
Don't just say establishment if you're talking about Chicago, please. Somebody may have misheard you. It's a great estab in Chicago, you know. It's great estab.
This is a great place to get stabbed in every sense of the word.
GW is going to show up now.
This is a classic. Taking a page out of Matt's book. This is a classic 2-part review.
Ooh.
We've got a review followed by another reviewer's reply to said review.
I love it.
He loves it. I love it. This first review is by Jesse B. on Yelp. They write, so yesterday was my birthday, and I finally wanted to celebrate with my friends and enjoy brunch. I had a reservation for 12:15 p.m. I was at first scared we were going to be late, so I called them, and after 5 calls, they never answered a single call. We actually arrived right on time, walking in right at 12:15 p.m.
Nice.
And they were still finishing up the last show and made me and my friends go next door and wait, and said they'd come back to get us when our table was ready. It was 12:48 p.m. when the lady came to get us. The place was so crowded, and there wasn't a single place to sit. Then they wanted to sit us at a table for 6, and I told the lady my reservation was for 8 people, and she was clearly frustrated and went to speak to the manager, but only to find there's nothing they can do for us and to squish us all at the bar. There was only 7 seats, and we had to steal a chair from someone we thought left after not seeing them for a few minutes. The show was great, the mimosas were okay, but most of the time, it was just straight champagne. They messed up our order twice, and it was super expensive for the experience we had. Probably won't be back, but the divas are super entertaining. 2 stars. To offer some context, the wait staff there are all people in drag.
Oh, okay.
That's the gimmick.
I was going to say, I know there's a diner place where, like, all the wait staff sings and stuff. So this is like that, but different.
Like that, but cool.
No less entertaining.
Right. So our buddy Jonathan G of Yelp. This one goes out to Jessica B. 1. Clearly you messed up by not reviewing your reservation. 2. Ultimately, you cost yourself your own experience by being such a screw-up. 3. Never go to a restaurant without making sure your reservations go through. 4. Thank you for reading my review. Reevaluate how you experience things. 5 stars.
Wow. This man's a hero.
Yeah.
Fighting on behalf of Hamburger Mary's.
Jonathan came and said, listen.
Jesse B.
A Hamburger Mary's never did nothing to nobody.
This is a reality check.
This is a goddamn reality check. Your life is a sham.
Look down at your hands. Is there a ring there? No. Well, it could be an onion ring.
It could have been if you had ordered some, but apparently you just got mimosas. And they messed it up, but...
Straight champagne all day.
It's a straight champagne. I think she was hitting... I think the orders are right. I'm gonna continue the Jesse B slander.
She was slurring her order, and the poor wait staff is just like writing random letters, and the kitchen staff looks at it, and they look out to the waiters, and the waiters shrug, and the kitchen staff shrugs, and they just throw a bunch of stuff together.
Right. They had no choice but just write down sound effects on their order tab.
Whoosh, you know, so good. One of those.
It sounds like a good time. I mean, she gave it 2 stars, not 1.
Hey, 2 stars is more than we have in our orbit solar system thing.
You're right. We just have 1, unless you count Will Smith. But I guess he's not in orbit yet.
No, we don't orbit him. We orbit.
Do any rich people want to have their coffins become a satellite? I think I do now, or that I've had this thought.
So you can be like,
nail me in and
that
launch
Rise
me
Against song.
What are they singing that?
I'm looking over you like a satellite, something like that.
No, I think
they
that's
sing.
just
I
that's
can't
just a
even tell what
stalker
they say
situation.
sometimes.
Listen. I was on against or Rise Against side, and then they going buck 40 on minimum wage. I can't take them seriously.
Swing Life Away, is that the one you're referring to?
Swing Life Away, that shit's playing out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm swinging away. When my life swings away, launch me into fucking orbit and make me a shining star. I want to tail like the AT&T satellite, just to make them think about what they're doing.
Oh wow!
I got nothing against AT&T, but I want them to know they're on watch by my corpse in the future.
That's cool.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's really cool. And then when my hot wife dies, you can launch my hot wife up there as well. And heck, Jonathan G can come soon too. I like the cut of his jib.
I like him. He seems like a cool guy.
He seems cool. He's on the internet dealing out 5-star reviews, calling out the Jesse B's of the world.
People need that reality check.
They do. They gotta get fucking checked. Listen, reevaluate how you experience things. Woof. That's crushing.
That is.
Jesse B will never recover. Just like I won't recover from being dead and launched into space.
Wait, hope not anyway.
Oh, no, that's even cooler. Space zombie, Brent? I'll record my podcast from death, from space. I'm right by the AT&T satellite. You know I'm going to have great internet.
That's good. It's true. You're going to come through clear as day.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those luxury coffins with a laptop inside. And then that's when I'm going to do my best work.
This probably actually exists. We should look for coffin reviews sometime.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is. Just the thought of it.
Just the idea.
Just the very thought of you.
Just the two of us. Uncle Cracker and Kid Rock.
That's enough to send me into space.
Yeah, why don't you send us to another review? That's
all right.
What I'm sopping over.
I got 2 reviews for the same place. You want a posy or a neggy?
Let's keep the neggy train going.
All right. I have a review, a Google review for the Elegant Farmer down in southeastern Wisconsin, home of the famous brown paper bag apple pie with the cookie crust.
Ooh.
Nicholas Weber writes, "Just got chased down like a criminal for putting apples in my car before I paid for them. I wanted to take my family on a hayride and get a bunch of pumpkins without having to carry around 2 bushels of apples for another few hours. Then when I explained to the 2 workers what we were doing, one told me that I was a bad example for my kids. Wow. Talking to a customer like that was way over the line. Going to Cozy Nook, where I have never been accused of being a thief or a bad parent. 1 star.
Man, from the sounds of it, from this side of the story, it sounds like he was wrongfully accused. On the other hand, I think every single customer facing job I've ever worked, there are multiple times a day where I want to say to a parent, "You're an awful example for your children." So kudos to that.
Probably teenager who was working there.
Yeah, really, saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah, I wonder what the Cozy Nook is like.
They don't got that cookie crust apple pie.
They don't have an attitude either. They're not going to accuse anyone of being a thief or a bad parent.
Listen, I think any level of attitude might be worth it for cookie crust apple pie. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I could walk in and be called a fat, ugly loser and be like, "Well, can I still have some cookie crust apple pie?" And they said, "Well, yeah." I'd be like, "Okay, no harm, no foul."
And that's why you're fat. Yeah.
I'd be like, "Yeah, I mean, sure, can I have some more?"
Yeah, you kind of be like, what's his name, Brucie in Matilda, where Mrs. Trunchbull says, "You're going to eat all of this chocolate pie. Or cake. It's a giant cake.
It's giant. It definitely looks like a Portillo's cake, too. There's mayo in that.
And Brucie, you eat that cake. Yeah, Brucie, yeah.
Yeah, the crowd's going wild. Dude, when I'm eating when I'm eating cookie crust apple pie, the crowd is in my head. I don't need an entire auditorium of children cheering me on. There's an auditorium of Brents in my head cheering me on.
All right, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You see the cookie crust on there? Oh, man.
Crust, it's so good. God, you could eat it.
Yeah.
I felt like I was there.
So he wanted to just put the apples in his car. Why didn't he pay for him, put them in his car, and then do the thing? I think that's what he missed.
He's carrying 2 bushels. He can't reach his wallet. He does one of those shrugs. Oh.
Yeah, imagine working someplace and a dude is just putting some apples in his car. Just walks out the door. I'm just putting these in my car.
I don't know that I'm on Nick's side. Either he had a bad time or not. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't think Nick's telling the whole story.
These places, these seasonal places, are just like, which wristband are you wearing? You can't go in the pumpkin patch if you're not wearing the right wristband.
Right, you gotta run a tight ship. Their margin of error is pretty low on the old. I don't know anything about accounting on the old money scale. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah, the money scale. Scales of money.
The margin of error on the money scale of the seasonal business. That's
infinitesimally small.
Yeah, that's chapter 2 of business school, which I've obviously been to, and accounting school.
Mm-hmm.
Margin of error. You can't have people walking off with apples, putting them in their car with their stupid little kids that they're a bad example for.
Bad example.
Listen, I didn't want to carry a bag of apples through the pumpkin patch. You shut your mouth. You're a bad example for your kids. She should have slapped him. I don't endorse assault, but I would have looked the other way.
Ooh.
I wouldn't have seen it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't have seen anything, man. But I would have heard 2 hits. one across the face, and the other, this dude. Yeah, this dude. I guess I would have heard 2 hits and a couple breaks. The guy getting slapped, the guy hitting the ground, and then his children's heart breaking because they realize his dad is a jabroni.
And then the apples roll away.
Yeah, the apples.
And the teenage worker just puts his hands akimbo. His arms are akimbo, and he says, "I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree."
And he hits the kids.
No. Kicks dirt in their eyes. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's legal, right? He's not liable for kicking dirt.
I didn't touch him.
No, the dirt just leaped off my shoes. This is dirty in here. You can't understand these conditions working seasonally in Cookie Crust Apple Farm. You think the cookies grow on the trees for the apples, so it's all organic?
Absolutely. If
you had a cookie tree, what kind of cookie tree would you have?
Oh, Monster? Just because that's
probably good choice.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. Man, I was going to go classic chocolate chip. You really blew me in. You really stole my thunder with that monster, that instant monster cookie answer.
It was very close to being oatmeal raisin.
Then I would have made fun of you. I would have called you a loser.
It's too plant based. I can't have that.
It's basically already grown on trees.
Basically.
That was a dumb thought. I was thinking, you think a chicken has to fly over and shoot some eggs into the tree so it can make the cookies right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's take a cookie break.
Yeah, I could use it. I'm sure as you all can tell, I could use a hot cookie break here.
I'll have a cold cookie break. We'll see you on the other end.
Chips ahoy!
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
La 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 la. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Upon Further Review, where we take a look at things we hardly knew. This is a continuation from one of our recent great reviews of history, where we wondered aloud what those suckers ate on the Hindenburg.
That's right.
And we're about to find out how that eating arrangement went down. As we learned in that episode, everything was electric on that ship because it was filled with flammable gas. So you can't have your flame-grilled Hindenburgers.
What a missed opportunity, though.
I know, right? You think they would have thought of that?
Not the Nazis. Puns aren't their forte.
No, maybe they should have spent a bit more time on that. Anyway, before you even get to the meal, as you recall, Hindenburg was constructed with lots of the special aluminum alloy. It's because everything has to be so light. They're trying to reduce weight as much as possible. So in my research, I found that you may recall our young British lass who was corresponding, writing in the study about how wonderful things were. She said she received a letter from the captain, blue coat and white yacht hat, saying, "On your honor, please don't smoke anywhere except in the smoking lounge." Apparently, every guest also received an envelope that had one napkin in it, which they were to use their entire 3-day flight.
I would not make it. I'm very environmentally conscious. I feel like as much as I can be. I try to recycle as much as possible. But boy, do I go through some napkins.
Yeah, this was an effort to reduce weight.
The more napkins would be too heavy. That's wild.
Napkins. We can't. No more napkins.
Better
I did find
have been a good ass name brand paper towel. Let me tell you.
They had some Scott's towels in there.
Absolutely.
Or brawny.
I'm a brawny guy. If I am to choose.
I have to assume that they were cloth napkins. They also got only one towel to use the entire trip. That's a bit more understandable.
I've used the same towel since, 2007.
March. Yeah, that's no big deal. It's odd, though, when juxtaposed with the fact that they had very heavy, apparently, teapots and ceramics for the meal service. You recall, the sinks and everything have this... They're made of a celluloid substance. But the teapots in the dining room, ceramic, inlaid with gold, and described from various sources as being very heavy. But you can only have one napkin.
Yeah, I would throw a gold teapot out the window any day for a couple extra napkins.
Right?
That's just me. I'm too practical to be a Nazi, I guess.
They're nice looking teapots and teacups and plates, but yeah, give me a napkin. So they loaded. Okay, on the Hindenburg, there's 40 passengers, 60 crew, and each passenger had about 7.5 pounds of victuals loaded on. So they were loading 440 pounds of meat and poultry, 800 eggs, 40 gallons of milk, all sorts of things.
Okay.
And it actually seems like you may not have been always given your choice of things. It was kind of a fixed menu. Dinner, breakfast was usually what they called a continental breakfast. It was a very exciting thing for them to try. They had coffee, tea, milk, cocoa, bread, butter, honey, preserves, eggs, boiled eggs, American style, and just different stuff. You can do what you want for breakfast.
These old-timey idiots would love Motel 6. They would think that shit's awesome.
The finest dining room we have ever seen.
Look at this. You simply pull the lever, and cereal is dispensed onto the paper plate.
Yeah, I wonder if they should have put a waffle iron on the Hindenburg.
If you could have an aluminum one.
Yes, everything's aluminum and electric, including the ovens and stoves and stuff. Oh, this menu says dinner and supper. Goodness. That may be a mistranslation from German, or it could have been how they actually refer to them as dinner and supper.
I speak a bit of German. Dinner and supper is actually Dinner and Supper.
Okay. Good.
That joke ruled.
Well, on board the Luftschiff Hindenburg, I have a cocktail menu here. Legitimate cocktail menu. They were serving martinis, Manhattans, Bronx sidecars, and some special only on the Hindenburg drinks that they don't even have the recipes for anymore. You could get these cocktails. You could get cobblers, flips, fizzes, sours, soda drinks.
You could get absolutely messed up under the table, but you can't use more than one fucking napkin. The Nazis were ass backwards, dude.
Out of their minds. One of these sources did say that's kind of people just got hammered because there wasn't much else to do.
Yeah,
except look out the window and read. But I've got.
I mean, I think that was just like the 1900s, right? Like they didn't have Game Boys.
They didn't have Game Boys.
They didn't have a Nintendo Switch.
They didn't even have a Game & Watch. But to satisfy our hunger for actual knowledge on that final voyage in May of 1937, they had consommé Gutenberg, English prime ribs of beef with young turnips, stuffed tomato, plum potatoes, Reslu pudding. They had cream soup, fresh whole Swiss asparagus with smoked Westphalian ham and melted butter, veal cutlet with Malta potatoes, cucumber salad and cream, and a mixed compote. They had roast lamb with princess beans, baker's potatoes, lettuce salad, diplomat cream, and a demi-tasse.
I gotta tell you, for that sounds like a wonderful feast that I would love to have the privilege to enjoy. But I gotta tell you, I would need a pile of fucking napkins.
Yeah.
for that stuff.
This sounds like the buttery, the drippy stuff that's just like oozing all over the place on you.
I need one for the lappy, one to tuck in the collar, and like a handful for the old face wiping. Especially, I hate to like have messy fingers when I go to take a drink, you know?
Yeah, you get your glass all greasy.
Right, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
It does seem like this is more of a European style menu, especially leaning German because they're German airships. And from what I've read, some of the Americans were like, this isn't exactly what we like to eat. So they started to get like, if you want, we can just make you an omelet. They started to get a little leeway.
What are these picky-ass 1900s Americans turning down this feast so they can have fucking hot dogs?
I'm in my mind, I'm just like, I kind of want to have a menu where there's a choice.
Right.
Because, I mean, if the ship's going down, I really would have liked to try the tilapia instead.
Yeah, I mean...
And now I'm never...
What it makes me think of is... I mean, I've had the privilege of flying to Asia a couple times, and on the Asian airlines, they always had like the Western option for the meal and the Asian option, and like I'm all about winning Rome, dude. Unless the Asian option had some like the main feature was something I really didn't vibe with, just take that Asian option every time. It was fire, always awesome. I forget what it's called, but it was this Korean dish where it's just kind of like you make mini burritos, but it's with lettuce wraps. So you just get like a pile of accoutrement and some lettuce wraps, and you just sort of wrap them up, put some gochujang on it and have a little mini lettuce burritos. It's awesome. Yeah, and the Asian grandma, the Korean grandma next to me, who was like going to California to visit her grandkid for the first time, which was really cool.
Oh.
She like, after I ate my meal, she was like, "Oh, I was so surprised to see you enjoying Korean food like that." And I was like, "Man, you don't have a lot of faith in this Korean food." I thought it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a dope dish.
Right.
And I guess the moral of the story is it sounded like they had dope dishes on the old H-Berg.
It does. You couldn't, but I can't get away. Before we move on, what I thought I had, which I held my tongue on, which I'm sure everyone's very surprised I have the ability to do, but actually it happens quite often, I'll have you know. If you could only have one napkin, how many crapkins could you have?
Oh.
What was the toilet paper situation on the old Hindi?
I don't know.
Was the toilet just sort of a hole in the ground that you
opened up to the fresh air?
You stick your little booty pipe under and you get some breeze on the cheeks and let loose. That's what I picture.
That's what I try not to picture.
Mom, look, it's the Hindenburg flying overhead. Oh, Mom, get the binoculars. Let's see. And you see a little pair of ass cheeks hanging out the bottom. Oh my God, what is it doing? Oh, Benny, look away. Don't look. If you get crapped on by the Hindenburg, it's good luck.
Yeah, that is. You should go buy a lottery ticket. And don't get on the Hindenburg.
No, obviously, yeah. That wonderful feast did not sound worth dying in an awful fiery blaze.
Actually, the thing about that is 2/3 of the people survived, astonishingly.
Really?
It's one of the worst. It effectively killed the airship industry. But yeah, there were
2/3 of the people on that Hindenburg ride were superheroes?
I think so.
I think that's the only logical explanation in the stupid baby brain.
That or the heavy meal just made them pass out, and they had the old, the dead body reflex where you're fine if you get in a car accident because you go limp.
Oh, is that real?
Zach Galifianakis talked about it in that movie. I don't know.
No, well, good thing I'm just usually my default position is just limp. I think that's how I've made it this far. I've got a review.
Okay.
This is a review for Sour Patch Kids Soft and Chewy Candy from Target.com. Wait, I take that back. That's the finisher.
Okay.
Pretend I didn't say that. This is a review for Crest Pro Health Smooth Formula Toothpaste Clean Mint.
Oh.
Exactly. This review is written by D. Gregorio. That's a rough one, folks. He titles it, "Comes in a Tube Like It's Supposed to."
Oh boy.
The review reads, "Sorry I don't have a picture of me using the toothpaste, so you will have to trust me that I put it on my toothbrush and used it. Huzzah. 5 stars."
What a maniac.
Do you trust him?
I do. Who's going to lie about Crest?
Who's going to lie about brushing their teeth? I guess small children.
Yeah, you're going to have to trust that I didn't just put my brush under the tap and get it wet.
And then run to bed quick.
Run to bed and write this review. Just tried it. It's great.
Mom, I swear I brush my teeth before bed. Why would I lie? And then she looks at those nasty little gums. Well, it does come in a tube like it's supposed to. That's how you know he's telling the truth. He knows about the tube.
Yeah, he just sounds like the underprepared student who's making stuff up like the stupidest things he can.
He had to make a presentation about toothpaste.
As you can see, it comes in a tube. It almost always has. That's the way it should be.
Or
he's a politician a little bit.
To use it, I put it on my toothbrush. Huzzah! You have to trust me. I put it on my toothbrush to use it.
No. You're going to have to trust me here. It's, I never take pictures inside my own bathroom. I learned that lesson the hard way.
I only tweet from the toilet at 3 a.m. But I do not, I repeat, I do not take any pictures.
I don't know what sort of political impression you're going for here.
That's my like $2 Trump impression. It really needs some work. I know.
Oh, okay.
You have a good Trump impression, so come on, give me the toothpaste Trump.
It's been a while since I've...
Take a deep breath, shake it out. You got it. No rush here. You're among friends.
People are... They say, what? Teeth? Huh? Okay, let me.
That's cool. It's been a while. It's great. That is awesome.
What do you want? Yeah, it's been a long time.
I listen. You nailed it. Teeth.
They aren't. Here's what they're not telling you. I feel like it's a good thing I'm not good at it.
You're kind of like Trump if he was a necromancer, which I don't think is far from the truth.
Anyway, speaking of impressions, this next review I have leads right into impression land. Does that give you anything there? Was that a hint?
No, you didn't lay it on thicker.
Oh.
Take 2.
You want this impression on thick?
Is that Mr. McConaughey?
Well, let me just...
Mr. McConaughey,
let me just read this review from RateMyProfessors.com.
Oh, no!
I don't know when it occurred to me, or reoccurred, that this site exists, and it's also a place where people leave reviews.
Why have we not tapped into this wonderful... Oh, my... ReviewParty.com, the Renaissance just happened. We're a whole new podcast.
So, this is a review from RateMyProfessors.com for Professor Matthew McConaughey at the University of Texas at Austin of the film department.
Wow.
Reviewer...
Oh, wow.
Reviewer is anonymous, however, they took this class for credit. Attendance was mandatory. They would take it again. They got a B+. There was no textbook, and the class in question was...
the first thing this motherfucker said, there's no textbook, folks. And the kids...
All right, there.
Yeah, he's smoking a fucking J at the front of the class. Got his bongo drums ready to go.
Not going to be any textbook, all right?
I'm here to tell you, no homework on the first day. Not even a syllabi.
Okay, so student gives an awesome. That must be a button you can click, and I'll just read. They give Matthew a 5.0 on the quality scale and a 4.0 on the difficulty scale, which I was surprised by. His average was much lower on the difficulty scale, but this review touched me. So the student writes, "Get your pen and paper ready. All right. With the W."
All right. That's, oh man. I'm smiling. I wish this podcast was just a picture of me smiling from ear to ear right now. But I'm sure everyone else that's the same reaction they're having. I'm just have a gleeful smile on my face off of that great. That's maybe one of the best puns I've ever heard.
That it is. That's the syllabus that Mr. McConaughey hands out. What we're gonna do in this class. All right. Click your pen. And then he takes his shirt off. No. I don't do that anymore.
Did y'all do the reading for today's lesson? No, Mr. McConaughey. Would have been a lot cooler if you did.
All right. So yeah, this was a short one, but it opened up our eyes to this new source of reviews. For instance, I also found Amy Coney Barrett at the University of Notre Dame Law School has some reviews. Didn't bring those.
Man, this is it's a whole new world. RateMyProfessor.com with Matthew McConaughey puns and seedy lawyers. And oh no, my arm is bleeding. A whole new world. Hey, I think that's the G Dern podcast.
I think it is too.
I think we did it.
We end on this hopeful note.
Look forward to more. RateMyProfessor.com. How did we not know? You're a genius for thinking of that.
There's so many wells we have not plumbed the depths of.
I know.
But we'll get there.
We'll get there. We got a lot of podcasts to go, folks. I'm going to be an old bag of bones recording from outside space, circling before this podcast is over.
I'll be looking through my binoculars, hoping I don't see the Hindenburg instead.
Oh, my space coffin's definitely gonna have a butt hatch. You know, I can't hide that moneymaker from the world, even in death.
Right, the sun shall always shine on those cheeks.
I'm gonna mummify my ass cheeks and nothing else. The rest of me, get rid of it. My butt cheeks need to be preserved for life, forever. Not for life, for the afterlife as well. Thank you for listening to this bullshit spewing forth from my mouth. It warms my heart, and I know it warms Matt's as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to send us an absurd review for us to make some jokes over, send an email with a hyperlink to reviewparty.com at gmail.com and include your name because we'd love to give you credit. Also follow and subscribe wherever you are listening to this review, and leave a review on iTunes. We'll feature any funny ones on the show. Listen, on iTunes, we are 8 for 8 on 5-star reviews.
Woo, and we do have a couple of reviews. We would read them now, but we got caught up, so it looks like
we're ill-prepared as hell.
We're scraping against the time wall here.
Yeah. Finish these plugs.
Please check out Review Party Pod on Twitter at reviewparty.com on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Also go to reviewparty.com where you can find all of our episodes. You can find our blog where we write all sorts of review-related things. And you can subscribe to the After Party Review newsletter where we just kind of say, hey, here's what's up every now and then.
Yep, and you can click on shop and look at a little shirt.
That's the thing.
A big shirt if you're more my size. Mm-hmm. And thanks to our buddies, the Nosebleeds, for letting us use their excellent jam, Bread for Breakfast. You can find more of their great tunes on Spotify. Just search Nosebleeds, one word. I got a review to finish us out here. This is a review for Sour Patch Kids Soft and Chewy Candy. The review is from Target.com. And the review is by user Snickers Rule.
Okay.
It is titled, These Are Horrible. When I bought and ate these, I died deep down in my heart. 1 star. Would not recommend.
These guys... Nobody wants them.
Thank you so much for listening, folks. This has been ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Take it easy out there.